I'm a noodle. I'm a pool noodle. No comments will appear here. I know.
Oh.
What are you telling me that for?
C'est comme ça.
I don't think it's on yet. I don't think we're on. There we go.
Yeah, we're on.
Good.
Hey, good morning, Julie.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning. Rock here.
Nancy here.
This
Hi,
is our
Julie.
first show. This is our first show.
Oh,
first
come on
one.
now.
We've never done this before.
I know. This is exciting.
How is everybody doing?
Good morning, Lisa. Yay, thank you for joining us. I'm so excited.
Thank you all for being here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. The
Is it
sun
Wednesday?
is
Oh, yeah.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping.
They are. It feels good. It feels good to open
Good
the
morning,
windows
Julie.
and then just open.
We had the windows wide open, listening to the
It's
birds
so
chirping.
cool. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah,
That's good.
that's good stuff.
I just brushed my teeth, so
I know you say that every time.
because it's true. It's totally true.
This one is more forgiving because there's oranges in there. There was kale in there.
Orange, you glad you showed up?
Gosh, you're weird.
Yes,
And
I am weird.
Homemade. I'm
not
so
just
proud of this
noticing
because
that
I'm like,
now.
yes, I'm gonna from now on. I'm gonna freaking make my own milk because I'm really proud of that. It's so freaking easy.
I wouldn't
don't
say
know why
milk.
I haven't done that.
You're not milking.
Okay,
The cashews.
beverage then beverage.
Well, it's not the same thing.
Okay, cashew beverage. Beverage. Beverage.
Just say cashew.
Super
milk.
easy. You soak your cashews overnight, or a minimum 2 hours. You drain them, you rinse them, and then you blend them with it's 1 cup of cashews, 4 cups of water. I like to add a little bit of cinnamon in there, vanilla, sea salt,
All the good
sweeten it up a little bit,
stuff.
and then you just buy cheesecloth, and then you just put it in a container or a big mason jar.
And
Put the
strain it.
cheesecloth, put a rubber band around it, so
That's
doesn't-
it.
and then you just kind of strain it.
Only
and it's-
14 steps to happiness. What? So easy.
Oh, stop.
It gets easier the more you do it,
It's
right?
awesome. It's
Because
awesome.
you're used to
I was
soaking nuts.
intimidated by it because I was like,
Cashews.
I'm already doing halfway. Like, I'm already soaking all of my nuts, and I end up freezing them. So I might as well just do milk with them, or I do cashew cheese. I do cashew sauce. Last night we had a quinoa bowl with a cashew
Delicious.
sauce in there.
Delicious.
Excuse me. So
You all right?
yeah, totally. And so that I was halfway there, so I might as well just follow through on.
You may as well do the whole thing cashew.
Yeah.
Cashew paint, cashew carpet, cashew couch.
Cashew.
All of it.
Okay.
It's cashew,
So-
Cashewville.
How's everybody doing today? How are you doing today?
Are you grateful?
It's like, yeah. Are you practicing gratitude?
Flippy, but
Yeah, at least it's not like. At least it's not. What do you
It's
call
fine.
it? Yeah. Anyway.
it's just a shirt.
Remember the shirt that I had the other day?
The staticky
The
one.
static one. That's the word I'm looking for.
You are sticking to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gratefulness.
I want to know because
Gratitude.
this week is a bit of a challenge. This week we're back in lockdown for the majority of us, and sometimes that can get the best of us, and
Hey, let's scooch over so you have a
it
little
can
bit
mess
more
with our
space. There
emotions
we
and the
go.
way we think, the way we perceive things.
Sit
It just
on my lap.
we're at a point where we're maybe fed up. So it's
Yeah.
because we have no control of what's going on. Then the best thing that we can do is practice gratitude for the littlest things.
The
that
only
you can be grateful
the
for.
only thing you can control in life is how you are as an individual going to act and or react to any given situation or any given person.
But
That's
it takes-
all you can control.
Yeah, but
takes practice.
That takes a lot of practice, and
Well,
it
that's
takes
the only thing you can control.
yeah, and it takes daily rituals for you to implement in your everyday life because. At the same time, if you don't have the tools and the resources, then you're left with like, okay, like you're not feeling supported, and you don't really know exactly what to do. Like everybody knows, oh, think positive, or practice gratitude. Well, maybe it's if you don't have a daily rituals to motivate you and inspire you to do so, then sometimes you just because I find when you're stuck in that mood, it just wants to keep you there. It's like,
It's because you're used to it.
and then it's like, yeah, that's true,
It
right?
becomes your operating system.
Yeah, same when you go to the gym. Like, especially if you're at the beginning, like if you've never worked out before and you're out of shape, it wants to keep you there. It's like, but it takes an extraordinary amount of motivation and will to just go there and show up and then do your best. And then that's when the momentum starts going. So once you practice, same thing with your thoughts and practicing gratitude. The more that you do it, the more that you want to do it.
Well, your brain is no different than a computer. It runs on software.
Yeah.
And the software is your personality.
Yeah.
And your personality traits.
Yeah.
Now, you get your personality from things you've seen, things you've experienced, and a bit of your own kind of like spark, right?
Right.
All that mixes up
Yep.
and makes your operating software.
Yeah.
Now, when you're used to operating at a certain level and you want to change that, you literally have to change the physiology of your brain. You got to
Yeah.
rewire your brain.
Yeah.
And it's not as simple as opening the cap and just switching a few wires and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
You got to will your way towards that.
Right.
It's like when you see a person, they show a CAT scan or MRI, whatever scans the brain, I forget which one. But anyways, the brain scan of an addict. They can pinpoint exactly where the addiction is in the brain because that's where the most dense, like the brain is going to be the most dense. It's all tight there. That's because it's the path of least resistance. It's where the energy flows the most, and it's the addiction. So that's why addicts are addicts, because the brain is wired that way. So when you shift your addiction, right, or you stop being an addict, your brain is rewired and becomes denser somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, because we're creatures of habits. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's habits that will destroy you or serve you. So obviously, my addiction is personal growth and self-development.
And sugar.
And
Nagging. No, I'm kidding.
will you stop with those comments?
Come
See, I'm
on.
nagging now.
Point proven.
Yeah,
What?
well, you give me a lot to nag for.
About? Yeah.
About, yeah.
Sure. For. About. Doesn't matter.
So same thing with
It's all jokes.
visualization.
Visualization.
Visualization. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to
Visualization.
visualize
I know it's a
myself
tough
saying
word.
that. Visualization, the power of visualization. I'm really trying to put that more into play every day because
Yeah.
it makes a big difference. Like Joe Dispenza says, if you can be greater than your experience, then like. No, hold on. What the? I said it perfect.
You
earlier.
nailed it
I
like
nailed
15
it earlier.
seconds
Like,
ago.
hold on. No, to change is to be greater than your environment. And if you're not defined with the vision of the future, then you're left with the memories of the past. Meaning that you have to be, if you want to feel like fulfilled or healthy, then you have to visualize that. Like you have to like
Yep.
experience that in your own mind because
Yep.
the mind doesn't know the difference between
Real
like
and
real
imagined.
and imagined. So it's like you have to close your eyes and really imagine yourself
Exactly.
in that ideal body or in that ideal environment. Like for me, I'm always visualizing ourselves living in the country
Yeah.
and then having a tiny home retreat, doing my health coaching workshops.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really I really want to practice that more and
Yeah.
more and more because I want to change that. I want to be ahead of the experience. So,
You're kind of tricking your brain into thinking that the event you want to happen, whether it's a goal or writing a book or losing weight or all this, you're tricking your brain into making it believe that it's already happened.
Yeah.
And that you're living in
Yeah.
that state. So you're rewiring your brain to want to achieve that.
yeah.
Like writing my book, for example. I visualize every night, similar to you actually,
Yeah.
living in the country. Maybe the tiny home retreat is more your thing, but I'm happy to build that for you.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm also visualizing that and what I'm going to do in the country
Yes.
and the touring of the book and
Yeah.
all of what's going to come on the nightly, like every night.
But
that's why I
here's-
have to go to bed earlier so I can visualize for like 30 minutes.
That's a good strategy.
Right?
You know, but here's the thing though, and I found myself like catching that because when you're putting into practice visualization, you're gonna find yourself like you're gonna catch those limiting beliefs. You're gonna like as soon as you wanna like
I can't do that.
No, but it's
I'm
like-
not educated enough.
but it's like yeah, you're like let's say you
Not you, but the brain that says that. You
Okay.
keep going.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not shushing you.
No. Let's say like you want to have, you want to lose like 20 pounds and get in shape and like feel good in a bathing suit or like you know
Yeah.
whatever. Like just it's important. To
Whatever the goal is.
Yeah. It's
Doesn't
important to be
matter.
specific, by the way, when you're visualizing.
Yeah, is it 10
visualizing.
pounds? Is it 50 pounds?
But
If you
then
say,
you'll
"I want it,"
notice that you're gonna be like you're gonna find yourself with these limiting beliefs. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there's no way I can get to that. How the hell am I supposed to get to that? Or it's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I gonna miss? What am I gonna lose
Yeah.
in the process of that? And it's just you're always putting these blockers. I call it the imposter syndrome to
That's right.
stop you from having what you really really want. So catching
the
that
world's
and
greatest critic is the one that we have inside
then, you know,
of ourselves, right?
yeah, exactly.
And that little voice inside your head is part of your operating software right now.
Yeah.
So when the real you starts visualizing that future, that little voice is saying, who the hell are you to think you can do that?
I know.
Like, you're just a schmuck.
Yeah.
You're just a little person that is a nobody.
Right, right.
And then you gotta say to that voice, little voice, shut the F
It's
up.
an exercise. It's
Shut
such
the F up.
it's
I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's such a mental exercise. Like even for me, like I want to become like a public speaker. Like especially if I have like a nice like a group of health coaching clients. We sit around. We
Kumbaya.
stop.
No?
Oh my god. And then I just. As soon as I picture that, I'm like, well, who am I to do that? Or like, nobody's gonna want to listen to. Like, it just those thoughts, they rise up, and then you have to catch them.
Yeah.
And then it's a mental battle where you're like, no, who am I not to be this person?
Who are you not to
Like
be that
I have
person?
a message that I want to share with people that hopefully will inspire them to make changes in their life and then create a life they desire and deserve. So
Yeah,
it's-
that's worth living, 100%.
yeah, and of course, part of the brain is speaking a truth, but don't let that define you and destroy you because it's like okay, that's gonna be tough, man. How are you gonna do that? Well, then your brain's like okay, well, I just need to practice this skill and be on top of my game.
Everything is
and be
figure-outable.
mindful and yeah, exactly. So
100%.
it's yeah.
Listen,
it's
it's
quite the exercise.
what I tell people, and this is what I'm going to tell you today. Have the vision in your mind clear.
Yeah, clear.
Clear vision of what you want. I want to lose 10 pounds, right? Be clear. Don't say I want to lose some weight.
No, but it's
This is what, okay, you want me to use my example?
yeah.
All right, well, here's what I do. I'm visualizing a specific future. I've already talked about living in the country, touring the book, selling the book, becoming a writer, that sort of stuff. I'm visualizing that
Yeah, it's
every
crystal
day.
clear to you, right?
It's crystal clear.
Nice.
And what I do, well, I mean, the details are being ironed out every time I visualize, but it's getting clearer and clearer and
Yeah,
clearer,
the
right?
more you iron it out.
And then here's what you do. You mentally visualize yourself throwing a rope, an anchor, something in that vision. I see it landing. Boom. And I'm holding on to that rope, the chain, whatever it is. And every day, I do what I can to pull myself closer
I like
to
that.
that vision.
I like that.
Some days you're pulling a lot, you know?
Yeah, you
like,
got momentum.
Like if you guys leave for a weekend, I can get through a lot of stuff in my book, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just pulling closer and closer.
Right.
But some days it's just like this.
Yeah,
And some days you're just holding on.
yeah. Especially when you're in your
But you never let go. Well, yeah, you never let go. You just keep holding on to that
Yeah.
vision and you're pulling that vision closer to yourself. And then eventually you're in the vision.
Yeah, that's true. And then
You're there.
what you want to find is more reason to keep pulling faster and faster.
Well,
and
it's
faster.
not about pulling faster and faster. Everybody's got their own
pace, but I mean,
pace.
yeah, okay.
You don't want to stay like this for
but I'm
10
talking
years.
About, no, I know.
I
I'm
get
talking
that.
about the momentum. You want to find reasons
Right.
to keep that momentum.
Right. You
going.
want to find something that's going to, the biggest reason why. Why do you want to do that?
Yeah.
And-
yeah. You know what helps me and I like doing with you is that it like just if I go on the computer and then I just search tiny home retreats in the country and then I just I then lose myself in like bliss. And if you find yourself losing yourself in that bliss,
You're
like
on the right track.
if you for some reason it's maybe losing weight and getting in shape, then find maybe a picture of yourself that you were like, where you felt your best. You know, not only like
Yep.
it's not about looking good, but it's also like visualize yourself how you felt
How
then,
you felt then, right?
and
in
how
that
you,
moment,
and how
right?
you looked then, and how confident you felt, and super important.
You can really do a lot with visualization,
Yeah,
but it takes more than just visualization. You gotta you gotta put
Feel
your
the
your
experience.
feet to the pavement there.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
pull up your socks and you gotta do some work.
Yeah.
You know? It's good to have the vision, the reason why, but that alone is not gonna be
No,
enough.
I know. It's like
Because I could just visualize that for years and never move on anything.
no, it's true.
Because sometimes you don't want to get caught in the visualization. You want to focus, narrow it down, make it clear, but don't get caught daydreaming.
No, I know.
Don't get stuck there.
No.
Because most people, that's where we're at. We're daydreaming about, oh, I would love to have
And not
whatever.
only that, when I used to visualize those things, I would feel kind of sad because I was like,
I'm not there.
I'll never get that.
Yeah.
Or I'll it's just,
Yeah.
it's such a mental game.
You want to touch
Mental
the
battle.
visualization, and then you want to put things in place that will work you towards that.
That give you the confidence
That's
and the
right.
momentum to continue heading towards what you want. Yeah.
And we'll
Okay.
talk about the confidence competence loop tomorrow.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Wrap it up.
As always, we love you. We're thinking about you. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:15.
Visualization,
Bye,
be a good
Lise. Bye,
person.
Julie. Bye,
Come
Lisa.